What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and for 15 years I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay, but now I make these videos for educational purposes. I am on the 50-year vacation. That was the achievement that my wife and I set out to do, was to work as hard as possible, make as much money as possible, make as much good investments as possible, where we can take a 50-year vacation. So I've sold millions of dollars on eBay. I have made some good investments in real estate and things like that. So from here on out, we get to enjoy the world, enjoy the fruits of our labor, and that's what I come here to do, and help you make some money as well online. So if you're interested in learning how to do this, I have a great community of over 2,500 people that reoccur every single month. So you know they're in there making money. We have 30 live calls per week, over 100 live calls per month. I host the morning call every single day. I answer every single question in the Facebook group myself. We have calls on every single niche that you can imagine, led by experts. Car parts, toys, shoes, clothing, eBay, Amazon, live selling, Poshmark, we have it all. So today we are in Los Angeles, and a couple of weeks ago, Gary V, as you guys know, I went up and visited the office. Gary V sent me a couple of tickets for VCon, so here we are. It's kind of like an NFT, kind of like a marketing. They have a bunch of speakers and stuff. I'm not so much into the NFT thing, but you can learn some stuff from obviously very highly successful people. So we're gonna check out VCon for a little bit, and then we are going to go to the Dodgers game tonight. So maybe I'll teach you a little bit about some baseball stuff that you can look out for. Baseball bats, game used baseball bats, aluminum baseball bats, softball bats, cleats, baseball gloves, jerseys, game used pants. And we got to know about this stuff. A high school kid in Portland, Oregon found a game-used Ernie Banks jacket at the Goodwill bins, and he ended up selling it for over $15,000. I have found them in all of these videos, so maybe I can help you guys, so you guys can find them and you guys can make some money too. So who knows what we're going to do today? Who knows what we're going to find? Speaking of who knows what we're going to find, when we were in San Francisco a couple days ago, my wife and I, we were literally walking down the street just like this, minding our own business, and we happened across a huge dead stock dig of all sports apparel, all over print t-shirts from Star Wars and Star Trek, and this stuff is everywhere, guys. So we have to know, we have to acquire the knowledge, so that way we can go out here and we can make the money. So let's go. So I don't know what we're gonna do or what we're gonna find, but I can promise you, we will make money, and I'm gonna teach you something. So stay tuned. So California overall, it's a very temperate state. If I was like this in Florida, I'll be sweating through like 5 shirts by now. So it's probably like in the low 80s, high 70s. The weather is beautiful. We went to San Francisco. San Francisco is absolutely beautiful. Don't believe the hype. It is perfectly safe. Not 1% spidey senses are tingling due to any sort of danger, despite what you hear on the news. It is a beautiful place. We went over there to Yosemite, of course, also beautiful. We went to Sequoia National Park, also beautiful. And now we are here in beautiful Los Angeles, and it's great. Better than Florida? No. We also went to Disneyland. Disneyland compared to Disney World, no competition. Disney California Adventures, where I did a BOLO video here, hundreds of more BOLOs, check that one out. That's stuff that you guys can find too, but Disneyland versus Disney World, no competition. All right, so we made it to Dodgers Stadium. It's been a heck of a day. The video before this, we were at the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that was the first part of the day. Second part of the day, we went back to VCon, waste some time over there, listen to a couple folks, talk about a couple things. Now we're at Dodger Stadium, so I'll teach you a bunch. All right, here we are, the world famous Dodger dog. Looks like a boiled dog. Not a huge fan of boiled hot dogs, to be completely honest. Give it a go. Not enough mustard you can put on that one to make it taste good. Dodger dog, 1 out of 10. Dodger faithful. There's no excuse for that. No offense to you guys, but that Dodger dog was absolutely brutal. Oh, Michael A. Taylor. We know that guy. Michael A. Taylor, good guy. He spent a lot of time with my son and his baseball team back in the day. Good guy, top quality guy. So let's go through some things that you can find when you're out there. We'll start at the top. We'll start at hats. I have a very in-depth hat deep dive inside of the group where it goes over all the good hats to find. I'll give you a couple here. You have the Script by Sports Specialties, and that is absolutely something to keep an eye on. Sports Specialties is a great brand. So is Starter. Starter does very well. Logo Athletic does very well. And even some Logo 7 ones do okay. Drew Pearson is another great brand. So each one of these brands, they have certain vintage hats of certain styles that perform very well. So Sports Specialties has the Script. Logo Athletic has the Shark Tooth and the Splash. The Game, I forgot that one. The Game has the big logos. Starter has a bunch of good ones as well. A bunch of different ones like Shockwave and Shatter. Now, there's many more hats, too many to name. But if you know the ones that you're looking for, you can make tremendous money on them. Usually get them for $1. There was a guy in the group who watched the hat deep dive, found one hat that sold for $1,200. He paid for the group for maybe 5 or 6 years. So they are out there. You just got to know about them. Here's one for the jewelry sellers. Jock Peterson, former Los Angeles Dodgers, started wearing pearls. And right after that, pearls began trending. And so if you see some dudes out there wearing the pearl necklace, it's from Jock Peterson. So up there, there's Shohei Ohtani. He has a huge following in Japan. Anything Shohei Ohtani is red hot. The Japanese, they love baseball as they do love vintage. And he has a ground out to first base. So we actually got these tickets on StubHub, which used to be owned by eBay. They're 3 rows back. We got them about, I don't know, 2 hours ago. Pretty good price. In the shade. Can't beat that. All right, third inning, we'll start with the jerseys. There's a lot of them to be on the lookout for. Nike currently makes them before they did. Majestic did. But the starter ones are very good. They have a very cool Mirage one that has pinstripe baseball stitching. But they do have some fakes, so you have to be careful of the real and the fake. In this video here, I identified how to make sure that you're looking at real or fakes. Inside of the group on April 1st, I actually did a jersey deep dive on every single sport available. So be on the lookout for those, but make sure you don't get fakes. And for baseball jerseys specifically, the biggest tell is the MLB logo man on the back will have a connected stitching between the ball and the exterior of the logo. Any sort of connected stitching on the patches and things like that is going to notate very cheap production, and these are very high quality, so they're never going to have anything like that. So for the game used jerseys, they're going to have patches usually on the underside of the left hand side. It'll have a name, it'll have a season, and it'll have like the kit number, either home team, away, or an alternative. They're going to be of the very highest quality. Beautiful patches, beautiful embroidery. They might be dirty, and that's okay. Don't wash the dirt off of those, because some people like that, grass stains, things like that. But they will have some sort of tag either back here or on the underside usually that's going to have that information that I told you. All right, next up, baseball gloves. So there's 2 main companies that make them. One is Rawlings, Game Day 57, very expensive. Rev 1X, very expensive. Pro Preferred, Heart of the Hide, definitely look for those ones. The best thing about baseball gloves are they tell you what brand they are right on the outside, and they tell you the model number right on the inside, usually on the pinky finger. Catcher's gloves go good. Outfield ones are going to be a little bit longer. Infield ones are going to be a little bit shorter. And the webs, they have like a grid web, an H web. A very popular one by King Griffey Jr. is going to have a trapeze web. So they have player models, and then they have model numbers, which are very helpful for you. Very easy to look up. The heavier the weight leather, usually the higher quality it is. Wilson also makes some very good gloves. The Wilson A2K is the top of the line. The A2000 is very good. And then as you go down in the A numbers, the price decreases. A couple other good brands to look out for are Nakona, Marucci, Mizuno makes some okay stuff. But the Wilson A2000 ones, they say it right on the index finger. It'll say A2K, A2000, and again, it will have the model number right there for you too. While we're on baseball gloves, we can go regular batting gloves, and usually the game-used batting gloves are going to have their numbers. It's going to have their initials. They're going to be beat to hell and all dirty and ripped up. Team colors, but they'll still sell pretty good to collectors. This guy, Michael A. Taylor, he's from Fort Lauderdale. That's where we're from. He came to my son's baseball practice quite a few times, signed balls for everyone, did some drills with them, taught them good principles in life and good principles with the game of baseball. 10-10. Would recommend this guy. Good guy. All right, so the next one is going to be baseball bats. The aluminum ones, the composite ones. Composite are made of a composite material. They also have hybrid ones that have composite material at the end, aluminum for the handle, and they're all going to be rated by certain leagues. Right now, USA is the ranking. They used to have USSSA, and before that, they had BB Corps, and then they used to have BERSA, BESR. Some of the older ones that have been outlawed go for a humongous premium. One of them is the Easton Red Line. That one is very good. I found that one a couple times. They also have the Easton Z2K, which is an absolute bolo. Challenging to play. Easton Z2K is an absolute bolo. We got music. Hold on. All right, so where was I? They'll have the model number right on it, which you can easily look up, and they do have the different rankings for the different leagues. When a league gives a different ranking, like from USSSA to USA, that kind of hurts the value a little bit. But some of the really old ones that have been outlawed because they're too hot, meaning they hit the ball too hard, some of those do end up with a humongous cult following. So you have to know that one. The Red Line, the Z2K, those are great. But there's a ton of bat bolos. A great place to look for bats is justbats.com. They have them all there. They also have justgloves.com where you can research gloves too. I've done both. So as far as bats are concerned, you want to check them for cracks and for dents and roll the barrel in your hand around, and you can feel them pretty good. And you also want to check for the end plastic cap, make sure it's not busted. The handle tape can be replaced, so that's not a big deal. Cracks, dents, and the end cap is very important. Don't sleep on the softball equivalents to all these. Like the Louisville Slugger Zeno sells for great money. The bats sell good. The bats and the gloves for softball sell good too. So for game-used baseball bats, those are easy to identify. They'll have a player name on the barrel, usually a player number on the knob. If they're cracked or not cracked, no problem. But also the quality of a wood bat is going to be by the number of grain on the wood. A very poor quality wood bat is going to have a lot of grain. A very good quality wood bat is going to have just a couple. So it usually will have some pine tar, a number on the knob, a name on the barrel, and I have sold game-used baseball bats for over $500 before. I had a Manny Ramirez one that sold immediately for $500. I've had quite a few, so they are out there. You just have to know, cracked or uncracked, doesn't matter. So the game we're watching right now is Blake Snell, who's one of the best new pitchers in baseball. He went to LSU. And even college baseball stuff does good while we're at it. Coliseum is a good college baseball brand, and he's pitching right now to Shohei Ohtani, which is one of the best hitters in all of baseball currently. Also, game-used baseball gloves, they're out there as well. They're a little bit harder to find because they cherish and really love their baseball gloves, but the name is usually going to be embroidered right on them. I found a Hanley Ramirez game-used baseball glove. It's black and turquoise for $20 at the flea market, made by Wilson. It's an A2000. And that one has comps of all the way up to $1,000. So they are out there if you know what to look for. Game-used baseball pants I found a couple of times. Most recently when he came to visit me in the reseller rescue, you can check it out right here. And I go over how to identify game-used baseball pants. It's the same thing as the jersey. They're going to have on the back of the belt the player name, the person's number, the uniform number that it is, and then the year that it was made. The pants don't do too well, but they're kind of cool and they are out there. I have found some game-used catcher's gear before. That one is going to show a heavy wear, usually be in team colors, usually have some sort of embroidery of the actual player. But even non-team issue catcher's gear is extremely expensive, so check out for that stuff too. Beach ball alert. So up here, they're talking about minor leaguers that are in the Dodgers farm system. If you can find the minor league hats, they have this logo on the back of them. That's the minor league logo. They have a bunch of wonky teams, crazy teams, but those always sell very good. And if you can find any type of defunct minor league team, those ones go for a good premium. I've sold defunct minor league teams for over $100 before. These jerseys that they're wearing are like cream off-white, and these are part of the City Connect jerseys, which are an alternate jersey of like an additional colorway. The Pirates have one as well. These City Connect ones, just like the basketball City Connect, those ones go for a premium. So the way how baseball uniforms work, they wear their white uniforms for the home games, and then they wear their color uniforms for the away game. The baseballs are made by Rawlings, and if you can find any of the official MLB baseballs, which a good abbreviation for them is OMLB, if you can get them by the dozens, they sell great, whether for people to practice or for people to seek autographs. They used to, maybe about 10 or 20 years ago, they used to have a different ball for the American League and a different ball for the National League. Both were official MLB baseballs. Now it's just one. It's made by Rawlings. If you can get them by the dozens, usually you can find them at flea markets, garage sale. They sell for about $10 each, but by the dozen, a couple $100 if you can get them. So currently the jerseys are made by Fanatics. I know they say Nike on the front, but fake foul ball alert. So currently the jerseys are made by Fanatics. I know they say Nike on the front, but they're made by Fanatics, which is kind of taking over the game for everything. They even own Tops now. The quality is usually pretty low. We all know them from, jerseys and things like that. The hats are pretty low quality. But they've had a lot of issues this year with the uniforms, with players sweating through them, ripping, just being poor quality. They're going to make changes to them next year, but not good quality on the Fanatics jerseys right now. So all the raids right now with all the players is like these Jordan collab Nikes, Jordan collab cleats. A lot of them have like custom paint on the cleats. So if you can find any sort of custom job MLB player cleats, it's going to go for an extraordinary amount of money. But you can actually find like the Jordan collab with the cleats, and baseball cleats are going to have metal spikes or rubber spikes. See if they can make it all around. Usually the first lap is a fail. They can't do it. See if we got it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey! Love a good wave. So they do have some good baseball jackets as well. The vintage starter satin jackets, beautiful. They're a classic. Any satin jacket you can get made by Starter is going to be great. One of my favorites is the vintage starter one with the sleeve that's a different color. Those ones are awesome. So the bigger, the puffier, the more logos, the more color. Starter, good stuff to look out for. They also make some satin jackets by Chalkline, and then some lesser brand satin jackets, which do okay, but Starter's going to reign supreme. Of course, the vintage shirts do good. Most of them are going to be time-stamped, 1998 MLB. I find a lot of Atlanta Braves ones. Those ones were mass-produced. And also any sort of band logo or outlawed logo or defunct team that has moved, that's going to command a premium as well. I've also found a couple times the umpire uniforms, those sell, people do collect those. And the old National League hats do good, and the old American League hats do good. I recently just found one of each the other day. Those do command a premium as well. So for the jerseys and the hats, you want to look out for Diamond Collection, which is like a pretty top tier, especially for the jerseys. It'll have a Diamond Collection patch on the front bottom. That's going to signify good quality, good patches, and usually pretty good money. Whereas if you see a Cooperstown Collection patch, that's going to be like the throwback or the retro line. It's not old of the current time, like if it's a 1942 Dodgers jersey, Cooperstown Collection. It's more modern, but Cooperstown Collection signifies a throwback. You're also going to run across a lot of autographs, whether it be autographed bats, autographed jerseys, autographed baseballs, and you want to make sure that they have Fair ball. That's going to be a double. Hold on. Yep, that was a double. So if you get an autograph, you want to make sure it has a COA, which is called Certificate of Authenticity. And some of the best Certificate of Authenticities come from PSA, Beckett, SGC, JSA. But if it doesn't have an authentication on it, you're going to have to pay money to get it authenticated. You could sell it without an authenticity, but the price is going to be dramatically lower. The most ironclad certificate of authenticity is the Major League Baseball certificate of authenticity. It'll have an autograph either on the jersey, the bat, or the glove. And they actually have authenticators in the dugout for every single ball, every single pitch. And if you do get a ball, you do get a bat, it will tell you what game it was played, what pitch it was, what was the result of that pitch right on the hologram, where you can go on MLB.com and you can get it authenticated there. So Ohtani is 0 for 2 today. I'm calling home run right now. Strikeout. So a couple baseball players, not many have a signature shoe. One of the best ones is Ken Griffey Jr. He has several models. When I was in middle school, I had all of them, and even in different colorways. Deion Sanders also has a signature shoe, which they have been re-releasing, just like the Griffey models. That one's called the Turf Diamond. Both have a good following. Both sell pretty good, even resale. Nope, not to us. Another fake out next door. So my wife over here, she has to learn how to read the ball a little bit better. Every ball in this direction, it's go time. So the official MLB baseball hat is made by New Era. It'll say it on the side. The older ones are made of wool and are a little bit more desirable. The new ones are made of like an acrylic blend. You can go right to the Google machine and type in all New Era tags, and it will give you a breakdown of all the tags. The older ones are pretty desirable. The newer ones still sell pretty good. Also, they have some really, really old ones by Roman Pro that have a leather sweatband. Those ones are good too. So after I said my wife can't read a fly ball, now she says I'm on my own. So if I get smacked in the head by a fly ball, it's going to be my own fault. Have you guys caught a fly ball out there? I've caught 2 in my life. One by Joey Votto. I was sitting in this area of Joe Robbie Stadium. And then one by Giancarlo Stanton when I was sitting on that side. Best baseball player names of all time. No one put Rusty K. Don't put that in my comments. Oil Can Boyd. That's a really good name. So baseball cards is its own other video, but I'll give you a couple to look out for. Some error cards. One is the Frank Thomas NNOF, no name on front. And then one is the Billy Ripken on the bottom of the bat knob. Both of those are easy to spot. Most baseball cards from the 80s and the 90s are worthless. They're fire tinder. You have better luck lighting them on fire than you do selling them on eBay. But a lot of the new stuff, the parallels, the refractors, the jersey cards, the RPAs, which are rookie patch autographs, those can sell really good. The numbered ones, so if you come across a binder of like serial numbered cards, maybe check those out. But for the most part, stuff from the 80s and the 90s, totally worthless. So at the end, I'm going to show you something that you can get at a baseball game that can make you pay for every baseball game that has these, and you can go to that game for free. This guy's a nice guy too. He always signed an autograph for my son when he was a little kid, back when he was with the Braves. Another question, right in time for the 7th inning. Peanuts or Cracker Jacks? Not Ames. Peanuts or Cracker Jacks. And the beach ball is back. Just don't be the guy to hit it on the field. They don't like that. That's going to be money right there when that one drops. If you can be here for these stadium giveaways, those usually sell pretty good. Let's see how much this is going to sell for. By the time this video comes out, that should have already happened. All right, so the Dodgers won. Beautiful game. I'm going to show you what you can do if you go on certain days that can make profitable you going to baseball games right now. If you can go on bobblehead night, all of these will turn a profit for you so long as you sell them pretty quickly. If you don't mind the bobblehead, you don't care. The ones that are mascots command a premium. The ones where they're doing silly stuff commands a premium. These really old ones can sell for a tremendous amount of money. Again, mascot ones do well, but if you go on a night that has a stadium giveaway, bobblehead night, or like the Kobe Bryant jersey night, you will be profitable on your baseball ticket and see the game for free. Here's one for Jerry Garcia. I'm sure that one does well. I went to this game and made a profit. Now you can't even really give this one away. Same for Edgar Renteria. But if you can get the good ones, especially the ones that are themed or mascot, those ones you will be profitable for a long time. But even the regular ones, you could be profitable so long as you sell them. So if you're interested in learning how to sell on eBay, what items to get, I have a great community of over 2,500 people that reoccur every single month, so you know they're making money. We have 30 live calls per week. Everything is recorded if you can't attend live. Over 100 calls per month, hundreds of hours of content per month that we're putting out. There are thousands of hours of previous calls inside of the document that if you join today, you could catch up on all of them. I host the morning call every single day. I answer every single question posted in the Facebook group myself. We have calls on every single niche that you can imagine. Clothing, shoes, toys, car parts, you name it, we got it. Antiques and collectibles, we got it. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed the day in LA with us. Check out the previous videos. We've been in LA for about 2 weeks now. Had a lot of fun, showed a lot of cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, click the other ones. Till next time, who knows where we will be. Be great.